Welcome, everybody, to your new favorite video games podcast, Get Some Games, Episode 8. I am your host, Sean, and I'm here, as always, with Ben.
Yep.
Yo. For those of you that don't know, Get Some Games is a weekly video games podcast where we talk about all the latest news in video games, give our opinions, and talk about anything and everything in the world of video games. So if you like that idea, please subscribe to us right here on YouTube and all podcast services, and give us a follow on Twitter at GetSome_games. So what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic because I saw Star Wars.
Oh my goodness. This discussion could easily turn into talking about episode 7, but great movie. Go see it if you haven't already.
Yes.
Jesus. Oh my goodness.
We may or may not do a Star Wars spoiler-filled review video, but if not, Ben has already done one anyway with this channel that he cheats on me with. And if that's up by the time this is up, I'll put a link to it in the description.
Yes, sir.
So that's all of the Star Wars movie talk we're going to have today. But there might be some in the future. Maybe if we get a request for it, we'll do it. But something big did happen, and Nintendo had their very final ever Smash 4 Nintendo Direct. The final Smash, if you will. And I thought it was good. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did. It was good. Nothing too mind-blowing.
I refuse to believe Bayonetta won the vote. Not that I have anything against her, but I refuse to believe that she won.
Well, the way he worded it was that it was the most voted for, like, plausible character that they could put in, right? Yeah. So, like, I'm sure, like, Goku and, like,
yes,
all
Goku.
These other random-ass characters were way higher on the list, but Bayonetta was, like, the only one they could really feasibly do. That said, I'm happy she's in the game. I've been wanting to play the second one, and this is kind of giving me more motivation to go play her game, so.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2 was one of my favorite games of last year, and it's probably, like, a top 3 Wii U game for me. Like, I love that game a lot.
Nice.
And I'm glad to see her in it. Goku was the guy I was gonna say that I was certain, like, I am certain Goku won. Like, every message board I went to, Goku was like the top comment, and most people were saying him. I understand why they can't get him and that it would be completely ridiculous, but
it'd be so awesome though.
When they announced Cloud, I thought like anything is possible. So Goku I had like the smallest glimmer of hope that we were gonna see Goku in Smash Brothers. I can't even imagine.
I want to say it's because all the other characters like originated in video games, and Goku's like an anime character.
Yeah.
So I want to say that's why it couldn't happen, but I don't know. But it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, I don't want to take anything away from Bayonetta. She looks like a ton of fun to play. Nintendo wants to push her. I'm sure there's going to be a Bayonetta 3 sometime in the future. I sure hope so on the NX. But, the one thing I was thinking going into this Direct was, I hope to God they give us another fucking Fire Emblem character. Because there isn't any. We don't have enough in Smash Bros. Already. So I was just praying that they would give me another one. And sure enough, Nintendo gods came through and gave us Corrin, everyone's favorite Nintendo character. Corrin.
I kind of gave up being upset on character choices, like, when the initial game was released. But, like, she looks cool to play. But
yeah, she looks fine. She looks fine. Like,
why that character? I feel like another Metroid character, another Star Fox character, like, anything.
King K. Rool, the main villain of one of their biggest franchises, is not in any Smash Bros. Game.
Yeah, so why I just don't understand, I think Sakurai really just does what he wants. I'm not sure, I get it's obviously his game, and he should, make the artistic decisions he feel is best, but I feel like the character choices, I don't know, it seems to me he's just a big fan of Fire Emblem, and he wanted more Fire Emblem characters in the game.
Yeah, he's on record of saying he's a big Fire Emblem fan, and that's fine. Fire Emblem's great, and I think Smash Bros. Made Fire Emblem relevant in the West, because Marth and Roy, were in Melee, and now, and they were in Brawl, or Roy wasn't in Brawl, but
Yeah.
Marth and Ike. And now we've got all these characters, endless amounts of Fire Emblem characters. You can do an 8-player Smash, an 8-player Fire Emblem Smash now. And
I just think it's completely absurd that, I don't know, they franchise is more popular than Fire Emblem that they didn't put other characters in. That's crazy. And all the Fire Emblem characters are already in the game that people really wanted, I feel like. But
yeah, at least Corrin isn't a Marth clone.
Yeah.
Like she has their own move set. Like all the B moves, like the special moves are all like unique to her, and like all that stuff. So it's fine. And I like how with 4 they had like, oh well, the tip of Marth's sword does more damage, so like you have to focus your attacks like that. Whereas Lucina, maybe it's the middle of the sword. Like that's cool, and I think they're doing something like that with Corrin. But like I said, like just from the reveal itself, I was like, are you kidding me? Another Fire Emblem character that I'll never play as.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. Yep. But I was excited about Bayonetta. I think out of like all the plausible characters, that would have been like one of my top choices.
Yeah, I voted for her and King K. Rool, and then I voted for Goku and Crash Bandicoot too. But I know those last two weren't gonna happen.
I voted for Goku. I think
when they announced Cloud, I was like, all right, they can add Cloud, or Crash Bandicoot is owned by Activision, so they got to go for it. But
yeah,
that was obviously never gonna happen. That would be the biggest slap in the face to Sony, though, because they couldn't even get Crash for PlayStation All-Stars. But then if they got him for Smash Bros., that would have been amazing.
That would have been hilarious, and just shows. I don't know what it would show, but
it shows how relevant Smash Bros. Is and how irrelevant everyone thought PlayStation All-Stars would be. But you called this big time. You didn't call this on the show, unfortunately. You called it when we were just talking.
Yeah.
But they announced that Cloud is available now, or at the time they said in a couple hours.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. So, because Cloud obviously was everybody's, like, the holy crap. They announced Cloud reveal, the biggest reveal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's released. Have you bought him yet? Have you played as him?
I haven't, but I've seen him played. I've played against him, and he's very, very cool.
I don't know if I am. I mean, I probably will buy him, but I'm definitely going to buy the Cloud amiibo when that comes out, so I can play against him in that sense. Like, I have the Mewtwo amiibo, but I haven't purchased a Mewtwo to play as, but I can play against him when he's my amiibo, which is pretty cool. I think the amiibo should come with it just unlocked. Like, I paid $13 for the amiibo. That should just come with it. That should just unlock him for me.
I agree.
That's more than the $6 or the $5 I would pay to have him on the Wii U version.
Yep.
But whatever, that's just me being picky.
But no, I mean, it was a cool direct. I'm not sure they needed to announce beforehand this is the last Smash Direct. I mean, like,
it's a big deal though. Like,
it is.
This is it.
But I mean, Bayonetta was really cool, and even someone who hasn't played the Bayonetta games, I was excited about that announcement. But also, I didn't feel like they announced anything groundbreaking enough to be like, yeah, this is the last Smash Direct. Like, I guess they just wanted to temper. Obviously. I just think that announcing it beforehand, like, hyped it more than maybe it needed to be.
Yeah, I think they should have saved Cloud as the final reveal.
Yeah,
like when they announced Cloud, I think they should have announced Bayonetta instead. Because when they announced Cloud, everyone was like, oh, that was, like, Cloud won the vote. And then they were like, no. We just got Cloud. Like, it was really hard to get Cloud, and here he is. And then Bayonetta did win the poll, or the voting. And I think they should have announced Bayonetta when they announced Cloud, and then saved Cloud for this. If they're like, here's the very final Smash Bros. Character. He's available now. It's Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. That would have been, like, an awesome final announcement.
Yep.
But there's so many logistics that go into these kind of things. Like, we have no idea. Like, maybe that's what they would have loved to do but couldn't for one reason or another.
Yeah. The more, like, the slightly cynical part of me makes me feel as if they put Bayonetta in the game to boost sales of the Bayonetta games. And granted, from all that I've gathered, her games definitely deserve to be bought, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's possible. I had that, like, Smash, I always have that worry. Like, in PlayStation All-Stars, Dante, Sorry for anyone offended that I'm putting PlayStation All Stars in the Smash Bros. Like in the same breath as Smash Bros.
Nah, don't
But
apologize.
like when they put Dante in there from Devil May Cry, it was the new Dante, and everyone was crying like, "Oh, they're just using this as a marketing tool." And Raiden from Raiden from Metal Gear was in that game, but it was the Metal Gear Revengeance Raiden, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's just a marketing tool. They want us to buy Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and they want us to buy the new Devil May Cry and all this crap." And so ever since then, like I've kind of worried that they might do something like that with Smash Bros. Or maybe it always has been used like that. But
It's been a way to like introduce characters that people wouldn't know about otherwise. So I mean, it's not like even if that is the case, which I'm sure that was the only reason it would bother me is if like it would like they picked her like over someone like Goku or whoever because they wanted to push the sales. That would kind of irritate me
yeah, definitely.
because then she took the spot of someone that I wanted more. But if it was just like it really was the only one feasible, it was the most popular feasible character, and then it has the side benefit of also boosting sales of Bayonetta, I think that's perfectly fine and acceptable. And
Yeah, I'm okay with that too.
so yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I was hoping for a more groundbreaking announcement, but what are you gonna do,
I'm surprised there wasn't a Splatoon character.
right?
Like,
I mean, they
Instead of Corrin, I don't know, like they would have had to get really creative with the moveset, but I was really surprised that there was nothing Splatoon.
they did do the me,
Yeah,
Think
yeah,
to
that's
be
what I was
fair.
gonna get to next.
and I don't think that the me counts as putting a character in the game by any stretch
Yeah,
at all.
not even
but
close.
but the Splatoon ones look almost they look so close to the actual Splatoon characters that it's like less offensive for Splatoon.
Speaking of the Mii characters, they have Gino from he's from Super Mario RPG, right? Or no, he's from an older Final Fantasy.
To be honest, I have no idea.
Oh, okay, he's from an older Final Fantasy game. I'm pretty sure. For some reason in my head,
Oh,
I had
you were right. Super Mario.
Oh, okay, Super Mario RPG, which was made by Square Enix. Again, I'm pretty sure. I got to do my research before these shows, or I should just know these things because there's something I should know.
Yep.
But and then they also do Knuckles. Knuckles is a Mii costume now, which looks ridiculous with Knuckles' body with a like human.
Yeah,
face
it looks
kind
weird.
of. And Tails as well.
It's nice, I guess. It's better than like not putting them in at all.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would have been happy if like Shadow, Knuckles, and Tails were just alternate costumes for Sonic. Like I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
But you know, that would entail adjusting hitboxes and stuff. So that'd be too hard.
Yeah. And then we have the next wave of Amiibo, Rob, Roy, and Ryu.
They're coming as like a pack, right? Or are they separate?
No, yeah, they're separate.
Okay.
Coming March 18th. So now Cloud, Bayonetta, and Corrin are all confirmed to have Amiibo figures, but they don't have a release date yet.
Okay.
And then I like how Sakurai ended the direct saying like thank you to all the fans, and like it was a nice closeout for Smash Bros. 4 and possibly his last Smash Bros.
Yep.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm totally there with you. I thought it was a nice presentation. All my like little cynical comments aside, I did enjoy it, and I liked how he ended it too. He's done a lot, I think, for gaming in general, and he's definitely gonna make more games. But I think he's done with Smash, and that's okay.
Yeah, I don't want to sound too cynical either. Like just the fact that this game exists now, like if you look at like with all the DLC characters, if you look at the Smash Bros. 4 roster, like if you would have taken a picture of that and showed it to me 2 years ago, I would have thought like that's totally fake.
Yeah,
like that's not gonna be a thing, and now it is, and it's crazy. Like you can do an 8-player Smash with like you could do Cloud, Pikachu, Link, Sonic, Pac-Man, Mario, Donkey Kong, and Mega Man, and like you can't have a more iconic character screen than this. It's impossible. This game's awesome, and I'm glad that it's not like it's sad that it's done, but it's kind of the beginning too, because like all the DLC is out now. You have or not out, or at least announced. Smash lives on forever. Like it's been fun and relevant for over a decade, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. I just really hope that they either re-release or make the NX backwards compatible if it does come out next year, because I'm not gonna be done with Smash 4 by the time NX comes out. But I
Yeah,
want it. I'm gonna have to sell my Wii U to get the NX.
I hope so too. I think it will be backwards compatible. Especially since like games are coming out next year and they're announcing the NX next year too. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah, well, it could be like
I feel like
a
it's got to be backwards compatible.
yeah, I don't know, because some games like really rely on that gamepad. So I don't know how they would do. Well, I guess they can make it so the gamepad syncs up with the NX.
Or whatever tablet that they have for the new console
Yeah, God forbid.
lines up with that.
Because it could be like a God of War 2 situation where God of War 2 came out for the PS2 after the PS3 came out, and at the time PS3 was backwards compatible, so that was nice. But then eventually PS3 wasn't backwards compatible. So, but then they released the God of War collection and blah blah blah. It was alright.
Blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah. But that pretty much wraps up Smash Bros. Like, I can't wait to jump in and play it. I'm definitely gonna buy Cloud here within the next couple days, probably after Christmas, or I should probably buy before Christmas so we can play as him with the family. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm poor. Do you have anything else to say about Smash?
Not really.
All right, moving on to the next story. Destiny is getting a $30 level boost microtransaction. And of course people are up in arms because this when Destiny announced or like integrated its first microtransaction a few months ago, or maybe just a couple months ago, but they were just like emotes, like your different dances or taunts or whatever that you could do. You could pay like $5 to buy silver, and then you use that silver to pay for your emotes. So you can do like the Carlton dance or give a thumbs up or whatever, which is fine. Like, that doesn't affect the game at all. So people didn't like it, but it's okay. And now, for $30, which is a lot of money, you can create a new character and boost him up to level 25. The level cap is 40.
Okay.
But 25 is like, it gets you in the door for the new Taken King content. You can play the Taken King stuff starting level 25 and like have a chance.
See, I know. Like, I'm not too offended by that. Well, for one reason, I don't play Destiny, but two, I'm used to it with World of Warcraft already. They introduced that with the most recent expansion, I think. It might have came out before. But yeah, it's not, I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest with you. Like, if it was like gear you could buy, then I'd have a problem with it. But it's just saving you time.
That's pretty much my same reaction. Like, because it's Destiny and because it's Activision, any little microtransaction that is applied to this game is going to get blown up, and people are going to hate it and say, like, "Oh, classic Activision doing their scummy blah 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 whatever."
Yeah, I think that's a gross exaggeration.
Yeah.
Yes, because I understand why they do it, right? Because they want, when you make a new expansion to an MMO, you want people to jump into the new content right away, and I think that's why that's why they do it for sure. I don't know. It would just kind of suck, I guess, if you were a brand new player and then you couldn't play with all the other people, because MMOs don't update old content that much. Like, they update characters and do balancing and add new abilities, but they don't like update the old world content very often.
Yeah, out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah,
like all your year one weapons are useless and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I think it's fine. Whatever. $30 isn't. It's expensive, but I think it's also designed so that it's there for people that like want to do it, but it's also expensive enough that people aren't just doing it all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's partly the reason the World of Warcraft one is so expensive. Because if it was free, then no one would ever play the old content ever again, right? So, or even if it was like $5, I think it has to be that expensive, even if it irritates people.
That makes sense. I haven't thought of it like that before.
Yeah, I think there's like
a good point.
There's a game design reason it's expensive.
Yeah, I guess kind of like changing your name on Xbox Live. Like, it costs $10 to change your name because they don't want you changing your name a million times.
Though with that, I feel like that should just be free, and you should be allowed to do that.
Well, they're like, I don't know, like, depending on how it's structurally made, like, changing your name could actually have like drastic effects on like leaderboards and how messages get sent to you and stuff. Like,
It's probably more complicated than we think it is.
yeah, like on PlayStation, you can't fucking change your name at all. Yeah.
Like, at least let me pay for it.
Yeah, at this point I'd pay $25 to change my PlayStation name. And people that made their PSN when they were 14 years old and their name is like Hello Boner 69 and now they're a 21-year or they're like a 23-year-old man and their boss asks them what their PSN name is so they can play Call of Duty together and they tell them that it's Hello Boner 69. And it's just
I like your very plausible scenario.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's very plausible.
It's weird because I have a different name on my PS3 than I do on my PS4, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's the same PSN. It's the same email. I have no idea.
Yeah, because that's not. I got a PS3 in 2010 because I refused to pay $600.
Yeah. I got mine when it was like $150. So.
And I was old enough, like, you get a brand new video game console, you just want to play. I don't want to sit there and think of a genius name for 3 hours. Like, my Xbox Live gamer tag was like 40 Ninjas, and I couldn't think of anything else, so I just did that. And now I hate it, and now I have something that I would replace it with, and I can't. So, it sucks.
I feel like they have to introduce it eventually.
The big rumor was that they were going to announce that at PSX,
but
that didn't happen.
They should. I feel like, come on.
They're trying. They're trying really hard.
It's probably, I mean, just from what I've gathered from my programming classes, it sounds like network coding is like some of the most difficult coding out there, period.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, you're working with such like a intangible space. Like with physics, you like know the math of physics, so you can like figure that out. Because you have a basis. Networking is like crazy stuff, right? So I say right a lot. I need to get rid of that little tick, but yeah,
that's okay. Everyone has one.
So anyway, I don't have anything else to say about that.
Yeah, back to Destiny real quick. I don't have much more to say about Destiny, but like when the Taken King came out, each character was given this thing, this light. I forgot exactly what they called it, but it's a light, and because the Destiny. Like Destiny runs through light. Like you have your level and then you have your light level. Or that's how it used to be. And now you just have a level and then a light. Anyway, if you play Destiny, you know how it goes. And it used to just be like it would boost your level to level 25 with the new Taken King content, but now people are paying $30 for it. So I think that's basically just like if you want to do it again for another character. So like that's another reason why I don't get why people are so mad about it, because it doesn't give them better gear, so it's not like, oh, they're level 25, they're going to be able to own me in PvP now. Like, it's not that at all, because PvP is more balanced than that, and the gear, like, it doesn't give you, like, level 25 gear or anything like that. And, like, everyone was given a free one, so if they pay $30 for this, then they most likely have a maxed out level character anyway. So they would just use that, and if you're like upset about like, oh, they now stand a chance on the Iron Banner, even though I put $1,000 into this game and they just started playing, like they'd probably just play with their maxed out character anyway. So I don't know. I guess this is just another topic of the internet community is out of control again, which is like not even a discussion anymore. We need to stop. So yeah. That's all I gotta say about Destiny.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Yeah, let's move on. Because people upset me.
Me too.
On to some great news. Our final story of the day. We have a short episode today, if you didn't notice, which I hope you did. We didn't hit our Monday 9 a.m. deadline after the first week of putting it into place.
Yeah, let's be clear. It's because Ben over here, as in me, got sick. So I couldn't record.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's what happened.
We'll It's still gonna be up on Monday. It'll be up by the time you're listening to this. Hopefully, if you listen to it right away, it's Monday night. And we'll figure this out not in the show, but it's looking more likely than not we're gonna miss the Monday after Christmas. So I don't know if there's gonna be an episode next week at all, but if there is, 99% isn't going to drop Monday at 9 a.m. But after that, I promise we'll try to hit that deadline. So, all right, final story of the day comes from GameSpot. EA is developing an open-world Star Wars game. The publisher studio in Canada is working on an open-world game in the sci-fi series, according to job advertisements. That's according to several job advertisements spotted by Super and Unation, whatever. At Kotaku. It would be the second major open-world Star Wars game following MMO Star Wars The Old Republic. An animation director job posting from October says EA Canada is developing a, quote, major new next-gen open-world action game, unquote. And a former recruiter from EA Canada tweeted a link to a combat designer job mentioning that the position was for a Star Wars project.
So, I have a question.
Yes.
Now, is the game starting development next year, or is it coming out next year?
Coming out.
Okay.
It's scheduled to be coming out next year. Like, it's already in development.
Okay, so that means they must have all the systems written out mostly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they, it's the main speculation, which is, like, almost guaranteed to be true, is that it's the Visceral Games game. And it's been confirmed like a long time ago that Amy Hennig, who is the writer of the, like, most notably is the writer of the Uncharted series, and at least up until 4, when she's not writing 4 anymore. And so that's great. She's been confirmed to be writing a single-player Star Wars game, and Visceral is known for their single-player titles.
Maybe
so
that's...
I think...
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I totally interrupted you.
No, it's fine.
Maybe that's why she's not doing Uncharted 4, is because she's been working on this.
Maybe. Yeah, because with a lot of things, like a lot of weird things were happening at Naughty Dog a couple of years ago, or just like last year with Uncharted, and like with like Amy leaving and other people leaving, and Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley, who worked on The Last of Us and Uncharted 2, jumped into the Uncharted 4 thing when they weren't working on it really at all before then, and now they're like the lead creative on the game. So that was weird. So like maybe it was because she got this opportunity to work on a Star Wars game and took it, or maybe who knows? Anything could have happened. We don't know for sure. But what we do know is that she's now writing the Star Wars game for Visceral, and according to this, it seems to be an open world action RPG, which I'm kind of getting burned out on open world games, but I think we should have at least one Star Wars one.
Yeah, I mean, I personally would have liked there to be another Force Unleashed style game, like, and just made everything better, and like a canon story would have been sweet. But if we're gonna do this is fine. And I hope it's an Old Republic game, because I haven't played the old ones. I'm like debating playing the MMO, but like I kind of want to know what this game's gonna be before I start playing that. Because if it's gonna be that, then I don't want to play the MMO.
I would expect a full reveal at E3 this year.
Yeah.
At EA's conference.
I don't know if I can wait that long to play more Star Wars.
Yeah, that's 6 months from now. Well, you've got Battlefront and all of its content until then. If you're willing to drop another $50 and wait longer for stuff that we don't have.
You actually
the
like
Battle of Jakku DLC is pretty good. I enjoy it.
You like got me there for a second.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, "Wait, like, what are you trying to tell me right now?" I was like,
Have you played the Turning Point?
"No, I haven't."
Oh, it's a lot. It keeps up Battlefront's theme on where it's just the same thing over and over. Like the DLC is one map it's 2 maps in one game type, but the 2 maps look almost identical, and it is just the one game type over and over and over and over and over. But it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. The video I put up a couple weeks ago of me getting 58 kills in one match was on that, and it was a lot of fun. I have no idea how I did that. I died a lot, too, so that's probably why, just being reckless and running around everywhere. But I'm super excited for this. EA is going to give us an endless amount of Star Wars content. I'm worried that in like 10 years, everyone's going to hate Star Wars because there's going to be 10 movies, 50 video games, and 1,000 novels. But until then, like, bring it on. Star Wars hype is at an all-time high. I really, really want my hack and slash Star Wars game, like my Devil May Cry, God of War style Star Wars game. Yeah, like another one of those, like a new canon good 2016, 2017 game, whatever.
Did you
Like
see?
a new game.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Did you see the Darth Maul footage?
Yes, I did.
See, I would love that.
Yeah, like if we had a Darth Maul God of War style game, oh my god, game of the generation.
Especially if it was rated M and you were like cutting people's heads off and stuff. That'd be so
Yeah.
great.
Oh
That'd be
my god.
fantastic.
Yeah, like an M-rated game with lightsabers, just like hacking everything, and if they made it look good, please EA, give me that.
Oh, please.
Don't have BioWare make it though, because they make great games, but I don't like their mechanics that much.
Whew.
So don't have BioWare make it. Have like, I don't know. Is it? I don't get. I haven't looked too much into this, but can only EA make Star Wars games? Is that the case? Do you know?
I would assume so. I assume EA and their subsidiaries.
Because well, who makes Disney? Because EA doesn't make Disney Infinity,
Oh, true. Well, Disney
that
owns
was-
Star Wars, so
right? But yeah, so
hold on.
Disney could. I don't know, but Disney Infinity was in place already, like before they bought Star Wars.
Okay, so Avalanche Software are the developers of Disney Infinity, and they're owned by Disney.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why.
so I'm wondering if Disney, like if Disney and EA signed an exclusive contract to where like only EA can make Star Wars games from here on out for like the next 5 or 10 years or whatever, or if Disney is just free to go with whatever. Like, for example, I would love for Disney, and this would never happen, but I would love for Disney to go to Sony Santa Monica and say like, take your God of War engine and make a Star Wars game. That would be the best thing ever.
I would cry
Yeah.
the nerdiest of nerd tears.
Yeah, like
That'd
if
be
I
amazing.
saw it, like the EA trailer could just be, I mean, the E3 trailer could just be the Star Wars logo and then the Sony Santa Monica logo, and then that is it, and I would burst into tears.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
goodness.
yeah, I need that. But so yeah, we don't have for this open world game. That seems like that's kind of a lot of information for a game that hasn't even been announced yet, but that's really all we have to go off of right now. I would really expect a full reveal at E3 2016. Like you might get a teaser before that, but it's very exciting to look forward to based on like who's making it and who's writing it and the fact that it's Star Wars at all. And they're gonna start rolling out. It's probably gonna come out. I'm really hoping that the video game industry is now swaying more towards what Bethesda did with Fallout, and it's gonna be like, okay, it's June, the game is announced now, it's coming out in 6 months or in 5 months. Not like, oh, it's June 2016 and you'll see this game in December 2019.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, I'm so sick of that, and I really think that we're starting to go more that way. At least I really hope so.
Yeah, I don't need my games to be announced years in advance.
Yeah, I think that just hurts it because like you're just sick of it. Like Uncharted 4 was announced the day the PS4 came out in 2012, November 15th, 2012, and 2013. Sorry, and like the game isn't now going to come out until March 2016 at the earliest. That's like 2.5 years. So you don't need to hype up a game for 2.5 years. It's Uncharted. People are going to buy it, and like, if anything, they're just going to get sick of it by then. Like me, I'm not sick of it, but that's because I've been on a total blackout on it. Like, I haven't seen anything of that game except for the PSX gameplay trailer from 2 years ago, or last year. So, I hope we're going that way of, like, 6 months at the most of announcing a game. Maybe a year.
Yeah.
Absolute tops.
Yeah, and plus, nothing is worse than, like, just constantly waiting for things throughout your life. It sucks.
Yeah.
It makes things go too quickly. So, yeah. I don't have much to say. I'm like really excited. I wish we had more. I'm eager to get more details.
Yeah, I want to know, like, is it going to be based on, like, characters that we don't know? Is it going to be based on, like, major characters that we do know, like a Finn game or a Rey game? Or, like, when is it going to take place? Is it going to take place like, after 7 or in between 3 and 6? Or 3 and 4, I mean. Like, I have so many questions, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that trailer. It's going to be awesome.
I feel like
it's gonna
yeah.
It's going to be the first non-Battlefront EA Star Wars trailer. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I just feel like it's got to be Old Republic. It would be so badass if it was a Darth Vader game. I would lose
yeah.
my shit.
Yeah. I don't know like how deep the older since the Old Republic is a PC game, and I don't play PC games. I don't know how deep that goes. Like in the, I don't know the story of the game at all. So, like, why does it have to be? Why do you think it has to be an Old Republic game? Why can't it just be like a completely new thing?
It could be a new thing, but
Like, what about Old Republic makes you wish that it was an Old Republic game?
oh, for multiple reasons. One, it would be far enough away from the current events of the movies that they could do almost anything they wanted. Thousands of years is plenty of time.
Yeah.
Two, since all that other stuff is wiped from canon, I would like to see that reintroduced. And three, I don't know, it'd just be sweet.
Yeah. So in the Force, okay. Okay, significant Force Awakens spoilers coming. Fast forward 2 minutes if you haven't seen Force Awakens yet. If you haven't, please go see it.
Yep.
But fast forward 2 minutes from right now. Okay, so in Force Awakens, did Han say that Kylo slaughtered all of Anakin's Jedi, like
Luke's, you mean?
Did I say Anakin?
Yeah.
All of like Luke had a Jedi Academy and he was training people to become Jedi. Did Han say that Kylo killed all of them, or like did he ever say anything like that, or did he just say like he went aggro and killed some people? I don't remember.
Neither do I, but I think it was implied that he killed all of them, or if not all of them, a lot of them.
Okay.
So
because I think it'd be really cool to get a game based on like where the protagonist is someone that was from that academy that survived and is now older and like maybe is a Jedi now.
Yeah.
Something like that. That'd be really cool.
That'd be very cool, but that'd be very far in the future.
It could. Well, he could be like Kylo's age. It could take place around the same time as Episode 7.
No, that's true.
Okay, so end spoiler talk now. That wasn't exactly 2 minutes, but they'll catch up. We'll be all right. It's close enough. But I don't have much else to say. Goddamn, we need to stop ending topics with I don't have anything else to say about this.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's just more Star Wars hype. Like I said, maybe we'll do an Episode 7 breakdown video. But do you have any final thoughts on any of the other news topics, or just anything you wanted to say coming into this episode?
Not particularly. All
right. I have one real quick thing. Last week, we did our top 3 biggest gaming disappointments of 2015. And my number 1 was Guitar Hero Live. And I still stick with that, and that's definitely the case. But I found a super amazing deal on Guitar Hero Live yesterday, so I bought it. And it's definitely better than what I gave it credit for. But it's also still definitely my biggest disappointment of the year. Just because like the game is fun. The game's a lot of fun. It feels good to play. The soundtrack is fantastic. But Guitar Hero TV kind of ruins the whole thing. And I have all these amazing songs that I'm looking at that I want to play. But I have to spend a play to play them. And I can't like restart the song. So if I want to go for full combos or high scores or whatever, I have to spend a play. And I feel like my plays are sacred because I only have like 15 of them. And I could wipe those out in one play session. So it's like, it's awful. Come on, Activision. You can keep the whole everything, keep the same guitar, keep the gameplay, keep the everything, but just in 2 years, put out Guitar Hero Live 2, make it the last one, and make it right.
Yeah.
And support it with DLC that I own on my console, that I paid. I'll give you real money for songs, just like I used to, because I want to own my songs and play them whenever I want. I don't want you to pick what songs that I want to play right now or make me pay each time, because I hate this stupid Spotify and iTunes music era where people don't really care what they listen to. You're just giving them whatever and they just listen to it because they don't really care. I want to pick what I want and own it and just play it. Please do this for me. Rock Band did it. You can do it too. I don't want to pay for a music subscription service. I don't want to give you $7 so I can play infinite songs for an hour or whatever it is. I don't want to do any of that. please just let me pay per song and let me own it and play it whenever I want, however many times I want. And I'll play your game for the rest of my life, just like I am right now. Your old games. And that's all I have to say about that.
Sound like such a sad fan.
Yeah, I'm very... Oh, and bring back drums. Like, Guitar Hero doesn't have to be about the drums. You don't have to put any effort into them. Just let me... Just bring them back. If they're there and they work, it's fine. It's fine. All right, everybody, that's our show. Thank you very much for listening. And, of course, if you like us, if you like everything we do here, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Not only do we have this podcast, we also do Let's Plays. We do any random video that we feel like throwing up, we're going to just put it up because we can do anything we want. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/GetSomeVideoGames. I'm going to get a PlayStation camera soon so I can become... So when you watch me stream, at least, it's not just, here's a game. I'm going to be there in the chat talking and stuff, and I'm going to get a headset so I can actually talk and be good and sound good. And that'll be a lot of fun. And share us with your friends, because nobody likes being into something by themselves. You want to be able to talk to people about it. So do that. And if you want to do that, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/getsomegames. And I'll stop plugging stuff now. Thank you guys very much for listening. We love you. Thank you, Ben, for joining me. And until next time, we're out.